Hi, I'm Bill Horton, the Drag Racers Insurance Guy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is going to be the first installment discussing how drag racing and insurance interact. As a drag racer, you are subject to loss exposures that normal people don't face. My purpose of doing these videos is to give you more information on how insurance and drag racing play with each other and to help you better protect yourself and your assets from these loss exposures. First two segments are going to address a question that I've heard so many times over the past 30 plus years, and that is, if I'm on my way to the racetrack and get in an accident, is my trailer covered? Well, that question gives rise to a lot of misinformation, and I'm going to try to clarify that for you right here. We're going to do two segments. This week, we are going to discuss liability coverage, and next week, we're going to discuss physical damage coverage, which means damage to the trailer and or the contents of the trailer. Before we get to the meat and potatoes, we're going to have a quick word from our sponsor, which is me. All insurance information in these videos is based on knowledge of standard forms and coverages. But please note there are 10,000 insurance companies doing business in the United States, and a number of them have non-standard forms and coverages. In addition to which, forms and coverages change over time to keep up with the times. So, please contact your own agent or company to confirm if the information in this video applies to you and your coverages. If you have further questions, please put them in the comments section down below and I'll do my best to answer them. And of course, if you'd like a quote for your race car and trailer, please contact us at Drag Racers Insurance at 203-274-8954 or bill at hortonis.com, hortonis.com. Thank you for watching. Many people have asked me this question about their trailer, and a lot of people have called their agent first, and their agent tells them, yes, you're covered. Well, that's often partially the case, but that's the problem. The devil's in the details. First of all, again, relating just to liability coverage, for the most part, the answer is yes, and the reason is most of the vehicles we use to get to the races are insured under a personal auto policy form or a similar policy form. For example, most motorhomes are insured under a personal auto policy form. Those forms basically state that any vehicle that's designed to be towed by the said vehicle that's on the policy, the liability is included automatically. Automatic is the key. So the the trailer doesn't have to be listed on the policy, number one. And number two, if you have a borrowed or rented trailer that you're using, that's going to be covered as well. Now again, get back to that wording, designed to be towed by. I guess that means if you try to tow your stacker trailer with the Volkswagen Beetle, you could have coverage, but for the most part, our trailers and vehicles match up well together. The biggest exception of this rule are vehicles that are insured under commercial auto policy form. And you could have vehicles insured under a commercial auto policy form for various reasons. First of all, they are owned by a business. If you're a landscaper and you're pulling your trailer with one of your work trucks, that probably applies to you. Also, certain vehicles are not eligible for personal auto coverage. Some larger pickup series like a Ford F-550 is probably not eligible, a Peterbilt tractor, vehicles like that. And you can have these personally owned vehicles insured under a commercial auto policy form, but for a trailer, the rule is any trailer that's large enough to tow a race car has to be listed on the policy, and there has to be a separate charge for liability in order for there to be coverage. This is important. Also, the commercial auto policy forms vary more than personal auto policy forms from company to company. So call your company, call your agent. If you aren't certain, 100% certain that your trailer's covered, make sure it is before you go to the races again. The last thing you want to have is an uncovered loss. Now, we haven't yet discussed damage to the trailer and or the trailer contents yet. We're going to do that in the next segment. So please like and subscribe so you get the videos that will follow in this series. Also, if you have questions or comments, please put them down below. And if you have questions, if there is information that you would like to see, if there are questions you would like answered, please list them, and I'm going to try like heck to get to them. I have a long list of topics I want to address, and I'd like to make it longer. Thank you very much for listening, and please tune in next time.